Pardon the background noise. What is it, 10:43? Okay, it's 10:43. I just got off the phone. I had a great phone call, so I'm here and I'm ready on this Friday before the snowstorm in New York City. Listen, I went outside today. I wanted to dress cute, so I put on my faux fur, my black. I had on a black faux fur. It was so cute, and then I had on like a what is that called? A newsboy cap. Yeah, I should have did outfit of the day, but outfit of the day is kind of like that should be a little bit too much. Threw on some black pants, and of course my bare paws. I'm sorry, I'm wearing them until they are run down, especially with a snowstorm coming. But yeah, I went out this morning. You know, Zachary's already in school. I got my Dunkin' Donuts for the weekend, and it's crazy because I went in Dunkin' Donuts to purchase one, and I was talking because I know all the cashiers. We just cool like that's like a family unit, and I wanted to pay with the app, and I forgot to pay with the app, and I paid with cash. I'm like, damn, because I was sitting there joking, like, I got money, I got money, I got money, to the cashier, because we was joking about something. I'm like, damn, I didn't want to spend cash on this coffee, ice latte, caramel latte, but I wound up using cash, so I still have money on the app, which is a good thing. Like, I'm walking down the block today, and I ran into of someone I know, and she thought I had McDonald's in my hand. I'm like, this is not McDonald's, this is Dunkin' Donuts. She said, while I'm walking down the block, I don't know why. And I'm going to get to the point. She said to me, oh, you eat, what she said? Oh, you got McDonald's. I'm like, I don't eat McDonald's, right? I don't. Like, I stopped eating McDonald's just last week. I mean, during the holidays, I took Zachary. He don't eat McDonald's, but he enjoyed it. And we eat it like never. But the fact that that was her first thing that came to mind is McDonald's. Like, this is why we talking about with black people and their closed mindedness or their like judgments and shit. But she's an older woman, so she said, "Keep eating all that McDonald's, you going to be stretched out." And then she pointed to my hips, and I'm looking at her like, "You bigger than me." You know what I mean? Like, I'm slim and trim enough. I could go further, even down a little bit more. But like, I'm just like, oh shit. Like, first I'm eating McDonald's, and then now I'm going to get big. I'll just be. And this is an older woman. I feel like older women feel like they deserve respect automatically because they're older, and that's not always the case. You know, like, I don't have to curse an older person out to get my point across, but I can, like, at least because I feel like older people, and this woman is close to, well, she is in her late 80s. And she looked really good. She's always on the go. She looked really good. But I feel like with older women, as they get older, they also automatically feel like they have to be respected because they are older. But the insults, I wasn't really insulted. I guess I was more insulted by her thinking I had McDonald's, okay, than her saying that I'm going to get big from eating McDonald's, right? Shit, don't you see this bag? It don't even look like a McDonald's bag. McDonald's bags are not white. That's how you know people prejudge you. But yeah, but getting back to the older women, like older women, older people, especially in the black community, and it's not especially, it's just because this is my community and I'm so comfortable to speak about the black community with confidence. Like, especially in the black community, you have those set of older women and men that look to the younger generation to automatically give them respect based on their age alone. And I think that's an unfair advantage, right? Because you just can't assume that a person is younger than you automatically owes you respect. And I don't think that's fair. You know what I mean? Like, even with Zachary, he's not the type of child to go and make it be known that oh no, he's not the type of child to make an adult feel better about themselves, right? Excuse me. So if he say hello and he say hi, that's all he's saying. They say hi, Zach, and he be like hi, and that's it, right? no matter if he's on a spectrum or not, or matter whatever the case may be, a child shouldn't have to be forced to do something they don't want to do. Like if he say hi and he do say hi, or I'll be like, Zachary, say hi, and then they'll come back like, oh, Zachary is not having it today, or make up some sort of excuse why he's not jumping for joy, giving them praises and shit. And I don't like that. So what I've started doing, and what I'm going to start doing, is like, if he say hi, if someone say hi to him, and it depends on who it is, I'll be like, Zachary, say hi. That's all he needs to do is say hi, and that's it, right? But I'm not going to force him to say hi to anyone at all, because that's just not who he is. He's not going to sit up there and be like, hi, how are you? I'm good. Like, have a full on conversation with an adult. That's just not going to happen. Not on my part. I'm sorry. I'm learning. Like, you let children be children. And that's what a lot of adults have a problem with, is letting children be children and express themselves freely. Children are born to express themselves freely. And Zachary is 10 years old, and he's beginning to express himself more freely. And that's it. That's all. That's my rant of the day about, adults and children. That's my start to my rant. But we're going to speak about random topics. Listen, I've been going over a lot of stuff. Like, if you want to talk about something in particular, you could just, hi, how are you? You could just drop it down in the comment and we could talk about it. I'll piggyback off of it. But the latest, let me see what's going on in the world today, like the entertainment world. Before we get started, if you are entering, come in, say hello. Hit the like button, comment below, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. This is the part where you are now entering the mouth of a lion on Freestyle Friday, random topics. Thank you. Because the storm is coming to New York City. They don't know if they're going to shut the school system down, or children have to stay home. I definitely have to run out and go out and buy Zachary some things that he would like, just in case. He like his little snacks. I'll just say that. I was going to say something other than, like, he just like what he likes. He like to have things that he like around him, and I like to make sure that he have it. So yeah. So, like, I was on TikTok. I want to just state that I hate TikTok. Listen, I'm safe over here on YouTube. TikTok is really scary, and TikTok is crazy as shit. I'm sorry. Wrote up us a lot of people, and I'm not even trying to be funny, but like, TikTok itself is crazy. You see things over there and they bring it back over here to TikTok. No, I'm not bringing. I'll just go over on TikTok, keep my account open, and come back and discuss things with you about TikTok, because that's how I found out about Peach McIntyre going in on a tirade. And that lady is just sad and silly, all right, altogether. I know a lot of people may get up here and say, well, Peach McIntyre started from the bottom to the top. So the way I found out she was started from the bottom to the top is that this what another TikToker was saying. This what another TikTok was I don't even know what that, I can't see that comment. This is what another TikTok was discussing about Peach McIntyre, right? How she started that. Oh, they always start off with like, oh, I like how a Peach, she came from nothing and built herself way up. There are other people that do that shit, and they don't even have to go that low and that gritty, right? So from what I'm hearing and from what I saw, that Peach McIntyre started out of her home because she was depressed and her home was dirty, and she started cleaning up her home, and people started to like her based off of that. First of all, yes, listen, I may have my ways and they may be a little rigid, and I don't like the things average people may like, right? Or talk about the things average people may like. Like, I'm not watching nobody clean a dirty home. I'm sorry. I'm not sitting there watching anyone eat. And no, I probably tune into a cooking show for a second and tune right back out. So, but that's not my type of content. That's not something that I would get joy out of watching. But I understand the people that do get joy out of other people's struggles, right? Like you sit there and you see a woman pop up on your screen and she just sit there and jump up and say, "Oh well, um, my home is dirty and I'm sharing this with the world. I'm depressed and I want to change my life." And she did. That's how she started. She did. But the fact that she has this attitude, which is so disgusting, like her attitude is very disgusting. I don't find what she do appealing at all. I don't care if she's rich or not. She's just what she do, how she speak, how she carry herself is not cool, and it's really disgusting in many ways. The things that she say and the way she speak to people and about people. Everyone has their following, right? Everyone has their their people, or everyone builds their own community. And the last time she was going in on a cancer patient. And so when people defend her, they'll say something like, well, Peach started from the bottom. Now she got money, and I like to, I was there for her struggle. They'll say stupid shit like, "Oh, she have 9 kids by one man," right? That's not appealing to me. I'm not going to sit there and watch anybody that have any 9 kids, 10 kids. I don't watch children's content at all. I just don't. Like, I may be really cold to a lot of people out in the YouTube atmosphere, but I'm just letting you know just a part of who I am. Like, it's okay to watch people content that you like with their children, and but to glorify her having 9 children by one man and she got the money to take care of them, that's absolutely crazy. Like, can you stop to think for a second and see, like, okay, say Peach, she didn't have no kids, and she decided one day to wake up because her home was dirty, right? She cleaned up her home. Now her thoughts are more clear. She's more open minded. The depression has, if that was the case, allegedly has is like, not there. It's not as hard as it was as she started. Because as soon as she cleaned her home and things started to open up and her life started to look better, and her space and her environment start to feel a little different, like that would like put you in the mindset of like, I want to do better, further my education, improve upon the quality of my life. And 9 kids was not going to do it. One kid, listen, no, right? What if she would have took a different route? And we could all take a different route in life. No matter what you do, things could go differently for everyone, and we could have done things differently as just a human being alone. What if she didn't have 9 children, right? Because that's why people like her, to see her like suffer in silence and see her like get it from the mud. She's growing her fan base just by having a baby alone, because that brings more negative than positive, right? For people like myself, I'm not going to sit there and scrutinize her having 9 kids. I don't care if it's by the same father or not, but I'm just saying that's not something that I would praise. But I will be honest and say that having 9 children, 10 children, 5 children, 4 children, I have three, so I stop at three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's crazy. Maybe it's not disgusting, but it's disgusting in somebody else's mind. What if she didn't have all those kids and went to further her education, and did she want to have the type of mindset that she have now? She have like a mindset that's fixed, but she still have the mindset to work on and make sure that her family and that she is provided for. Right, that's good, that's cool. But the things that she say, and the shit that she expressed, the sentiments that she expressed to her audience, thinking that she is right and the other people are wrong. Her talking about a cancer patient, and for no reason apparently, she says she get triggered by when people ask her for money, or people start talking about money. That is not an excuse. They have, like, as a woman, a black woman with 9 children, she definitely do need therapy. You know what I mean? Like, she definitely is the type of person that needs therapy. Okay? 9 kids, black woman on YouTube. Yeah, you definitely need some type of therapy. And that's something that she's not getting. And a lot of people don't know that therapy is there to help you think a different way. So instead of Peach yelling out, screaming out about a cancer patient that has nothing to do with her, that therapy that she's paying for, with all the money that she flash around, will improve the quality of her thinking. She just don't want that, you know. She just don't want that to happen. She want to stay and just smart. Another thing I get off of real quick, because shit, whether you're a black woman, a black man, a white woman, I'm gonna talk about black. Like most of my listeners mostly black, right? It's okay. Um, the thing I watch, white shows I watch, I doubt if any one of you watch the same white because I watch white shows and black shows. So, but I get my audience and the algorithm has me on the black side. Another thing that Pete said, she was just talking about gay children, and she assumed and she made a like a real declarative statement because she's dumb. She's really like closed minded and not that educated. She made a broad statement as to say that gay children, like if your child come out and tell you he or she is gay, the first thing you got to say, and this is her not verbatim, but I'm just paraphrasing. She said that, oh, who touched you, baby? She said the only way uh, a person, a human, I guess she was referring to, or your child can be born gay, is gay. The only way that a person is gay is if they were touched, somebody touched them. Like she was like really doubling down on what she said. She had no like facts to back that shit up. I was like, oh shit. Like I don't even watch her, but when she come up on TikTok, I'm like, no. So I just scroll past her, and that's I'll leave it right there on how dumb she is and how dumb she thinks. Now, fast forward to random hot topics. I'm on the TikTok scrolling, and this page came up, like, because TikTok is kind of different. It's structured way different. You have to know what you're doing to go viral on TikTok. And if you go viral, it could be a good thing. If you go viral, it could be a bad thing, but they would never let you live it down. So this comedian, Ryan Davis, I have seen him on Facebook before I ever knew about him on TikTok. And I used to not listen to him like people listen to him. I don't find him attractive, one for one. So, and I'm not saying that I cannot listen to attractive men. The reason why he don't catch my attention is because he doesn't make sense. He just like jump to conclusions and make like blanket statements, and he think he's intelligent. That's what he failed to realize. And come to shove, he proved that he is not intelligent and that he is a problem. So I go scroll past his face come up on my, uh, I guess, timeline, and it's a story about him calling his daughter a gold digger. Bad enough that he used a word, but even worse that his daughter's 10 years old. That's sad. You know what I mean? Like, so a black man calling his 10-year-old a gold digger on Shannon Sharp show is absolutely crazy and absolutely, like, sad that that's how black men think about black children. Like, you, one day the audience is going to learn, the world is going to learn. Like if you are living in a black community and it's hard for you to look outside of the community and see that the problem is within the community because of people like Ryan Davis talking and referring to his 10-year-old daughter as a gold digger because she wanted him to spend his money. If you have money to have a child, then you have money to give to your child. Like, how dumb can you be saying she is a gold digger because at 10 years old, you became a cash register or transactional, the stupid dumb shit that he said, trying to make himself look like he was smart. Gold diggers are known for sleeping with men. So if you don't think Ryan Davis is sick in some type of way, equating his daughter to a grown woman, consenting to sleeping with another man for money, but a 11-year-old child you called a gold digger, and she's not even thinking nowhere along the lines of what you're talking about. She don't even know what a gold digger is, and she shouldn't. But the fact that men in general, black men in particular, don't like taking care of their women, because we black women, we as black women, we get viewed the worst. We get the harshest. We are the harshest, most criticized, scrutinized group of race of women, especially black women. And there's no one to save us. There's no one to come around and say, here go my pity and all this bullshit that people so-called claim they offer. Like when people say to me, like, you're a strong woman, you are independent, and all this bullshit that they say because they are like Ryan Davis and they think like Ryan Davis, I have to start like pushing back and letting them know, listen, I don't need your pity. I didn't ask for your pity. What do you mean you didn't ask for my pity? I didn't ask for your pity. You telling me I'm strong and you telling me that I'm independent. I didn't ask for your pity. That sounds like pity when you hear it from another person. Like, oh, you're so strong, you're so independent. Like, I didn't ask for your pity at all. Like, especially if another woman says that to another black woman or any woman in general. Like, we already know that you not like have no empathy. We already know that you're not a supportive person. We already know that you don't like women. Okay, like these type of women are quick to say because they don't want to put in that, but they'll be the same ones that sit there and let a man run all over them, walk all over them, but because they want pity. Right, these type of women that like label women like myself that can take up for herself, build up confidence in herself, and like many other women that have the same confidence that I walk with, and the strength, and the mental toughness that I have. Like, yeah, we get hit the hardest. But then women that want to be like pitied, right? Because now they're using that word, that strong and the independent word, as a scapegoat, because they don't want to be looked at as a weak woman. They don't want to be looked at as, oh, she have no sense, she don't have no value. So I just like toned down that argument, and I tone it down and I push back and I say, listen, I don't need your pity, right? Pity is a judgment. Like, I don't need your pity. I don't need your judgment. I didn't ask you for your opinion. And it depends on the circumstance and the situation, right? Women are not stronger or more independent than men at all or ever will be. Men are not stronger or more independent than a beast, an animal, a creature, a species, animal, and just in general. Humans are not stronger than animals. We are human form of animals, right? And that's another topic for another day about women being strong. I think it's an insult, and I don't really like that shit. And a lot of other women shouldn't accept that as like a token of support. Like, I'm showing you like support. That's not support. That's just pity. I didn't ask you for a pity. Don't pity other women, because we don't need it. Not one like myself. I don't look for pity. We as women, especially black women, now we have to be more mindful of the way we carry ourselves, the way we look, the way we act, the way we talk. Because I'm not here, and I won't ever be here, and I don't want anyone to ever get it twisted that I want to be accepted by anyone. No, I don't go out my way to make anyone happy. I would never go out my way to make anyone happy. So for people with they jump to conclusions so soon, and very quickly, to make broad assumptions. But yeah, women like that is so quick to insult another woman, especially a black woman, about her being strong and independent. It has no substance and it holds no value, especially when we as black women, excuse me, we as black women, we get it the worst. We as black women, we get the short end of the stick, right? So a black woman like myself who has built up mental toughness, and other black women like myself, and thousands and millions of other women who have built up a form of toughness, mental toughness, that's for a reason. The reason is like it's people like that that make assumptions, think we are supposed to just like not question their assumptions. Like that's what a lot of people have a problem with. Like I guess when it comes to me and other women that are like critical thinkers, we can think logically and be emotional at the same time. It gives them a sense of I guess it chips away at their confidence, right? Because I'm not here to judge any woman at all, but I'm here to let a woman know that, listen, I'm not that type of woman. I'm not the type of woman to let any man walk all over me, or any other human being to walk over me. I don't like that feeling of being walked all over. It's not that I'm tough. It's just that I'm not going to let you walk all over me, and I'm not going to give you that impression that you can, right? I'm setting my boundaries, right? If you meet me and you meet other women that's cool and down to earth, and you think it's fake and you think it's phony, and you want to test that woman because you're not that type of woman that have love and care and thoughtfulness and kindness inside of you, but because you have a bully mentality. Like when people say I'm intimidating and bullyish, I have to push back and say how, and they can't even answer the question. They can't. Never. No one has ever given me a full definition of me being intimidating and uh, bullyish. Because I don't get into trouble. Not by law. I don't get into gossip. I haven't had a fight as a woman. I said as a woman. When I say woman, I'm talking about like after 25. I haven't had a fight since I was a child. Like a fist fight, going around fighting. I haven't done that. People get it twisted. Like, you know how people, they determine your future according to your past. Like that has nothing to do with what you're talking about. I avoid conflict. I don't get into much of it, but I avoid it if I can. I don't even like, try to initiate it. Right? No, people. I have an idea why people, probably, and which is an excuse, and which is a lie, and which is just a cop out when they say, oh, you are intimidating. No, it's not that I'm intimidating. It's just that you are a weak person. So instead of like taking daggers at yourself because you're weak, and that's something that you should work on as a person, right? Because once you build yourself up mentally, and once you learn about certain things and read about certain things, like humans are not here to bother you. So like I feel like a lot of people want to back and forth, but they don't know who to go back and forth with because they are unfamiliar with a lot of like topics, things, shit that's just happening in the world. They're dumb. They're stuck in a rut. So when women or men throw out that you're intimidated, we already know you're weak. We already know that if we were to get in trouble, I don't, you are the one that's running away. You are the one that won't have my back. I don't insult people. I'll say and that's what a lot of women, where we different from. Like I don't want to be different from you, and I don't want you to be different from me. Right? We are women. Right? You know how women, they pose and they like it's all about pomp and circumstance. They'll lie. Like I'm a lady. Yeah, you're a lady where? In the streets? Like cuz men, they disrespectful all across the board. Or women saying that they more feminine than other women, but they still get their ass whipped. Which is sad and horrible all the way around. Like you two weak people are in a relationship with one another. The one that's beating the ass, the woman ass, is a weak man, and the one that is receiving the ass whooping and not doing nothing about it is a weak woman, right? But according to some people, that's toxic instead of abusive, right? And this is where I get in trouble at. Like you hear people speak and they start to explain or share, and you just sitting back, or you just having a discussion, and these topics come up. because I like to challenge people that say I'm strong and intimidating, right? I make them cringe every time. Don't tell me how you feel about me, right, directly. Because I'm not going to tell you how I feel about you. I don't go around telling people, oh, you know what, you so tough, you so mean, you so. No, I don't do shit like that, right? I just let them play out. I just let it play out until the time comes. But when you push back on someone and you challenge them, that's when they become a little bit weak. And that's when it becomes a problem because I'm challenging or anyone that makes any assumption about anyone, you should challenge their assumptions and question it. Like I don't get in trouble because I deal with facts. Like I really am really serious about this part. Um, I'm big on facts, so I'm not going to argue an opinion, right? Like if I don't gossip. I like I just don't. But getting back to what I said, so when people be like, "Oh, you're intimidating and you're bullyish," like bring my name up as something, right? Nobody in the last, and I'm 45, 25, 30 years can ever bring my name up in anything. That's because that's how good I am. Because that's how good I am. Nobody could bring my name up anything. Nobody could call me to the front. Nobody could call me front center and say we have in court and you come downstairs or any other place because that's not who I am. I don't like bank my personality on you know being in conflict. But there are women who have tested me. There are women who test me, and I guess I don't like clear it up that day, but then you let them speak for a little more while. And this is not like happening every day in my life. This is just like a generalization when women like myself get called a bully or we get called intimidated or we be called strong and independent and then what's the other thing, what's the and or aggressive, like shit like that, or masculine. So these people are building up a profile of their characteristics, and these people are more of a target and more vulnerable for my criticism, and they don't know where it's coming from or anyone else. I'm not trying to make it about me. I guess if I'm trying to give advice in this particular topic, I would just say, let people build up a profile of, and that will determine how you can snipe at them with criticism that they can't handle. All right, let me stop. Let me just stop. That's just a rant because I like to come and I like to take up for women that probably are not the ones that can stand up for themselves. And if people would like to know, how are you so tough and how are you so strong and how are you so independent and how, because I listen, that's why. I know when to attack and when not to attack. You know how many people have been caught off guard after I ate them alive, and that's not even fighting. It's just like little words I know how to use to, and yeah, it could be a little bit manipulative and gaslighting and shit. But this is what you have to do with people that don't really have your best interests at heart, right? That's it. I guess that's the point. If if you are with someone, hanging around someone, and they don't have your interests at heart, and you know this, or they just want to hang around and see what you're going to do next, or see what they could learn from you because they're so weak and they're so open and they're so naive and gullible. And someone like myself who listen to people, who care about people, who definitely want to see people, do better than what they were doing, you know, like ages ago. Now they have thrive and fully blossom. Yeah, I don't hate on people. I'm not jealous of people at all. I don't even like people like that to be jealous of them. You will have to really like a person, people, or human beings to be jealous of them, right? That's just it. But yeah, for the ones, I guess this is some little advice that some people can use. If you want to stand up for yourself, coming from me, the one that take the L's, the one that get targeted at, and this is true. I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm just letting you know, like, this doesn't happen to me often because I build community in different communities. YouTube is a strong community. But if you are that type of person and you want to grow and you want to at least put someone in their place appropriately without seeming too aggressive or too intimidating, or you don't want to come across as a bully, and the little words that they use, you take that and you just like keep it to the chest, because there's going to be one day, and I want everyone to listen that's listening, because I know it's not that many people in here, but they are outside of the YouTube listening. I want you people to take this into consideration, that listening is a very strong skill. Like, this is something that you need as a person to navigate your way through people that you may feel like are hating from the sidelines, or they have nothing but criticisms of you or judgments of you, or they're not encouraging or supportive of you. And sometimes it could feel like you're alone. It's not that you're alone. It's just that, you haven't built your own community. Building your own community will get you far. But the best advice I have for you, if someone view you as this way, you keep that person around, not like around like yeah, friends, because I damn sure wouldn't have nobody around me as a friend that criticizes me all the time and judge me all the time. This is where your listening skills will grow, and this is where you will grow as a person. And don't back down. It's not because you're a bully. It's not because you're intimidated. It's not because you're aggressive. It's not because you're independent and strong or masculine. It's because you are a little bit more advanced, right? And I'm telling you, I'm take it from me. If you have a person like this around you, and you know a person like this, and they always snipe at you, and you just listen, keep listening. But see, this person is going to tell you more about them than you tell them about yourself, because this person already criticized you. So now you like, nah, I'm not really opening up to this person, because this person don't listen. Every time I speak to this person, they cut me off, interrupt what I'm saying. They don't agree with anything I'm saying. They're very disagreeable. But this person will tell you one thing about themselves, and I'm dead ass serious. They will tell you one thing about themselves that you can use against them forever, and you don't have to use it against them forever. You could use it in a sentence. This person. I'm going to stop being evil. Okay, because I want everyone to know, especially the younger people, young women, older women that have been taking bullshit from people forever, and you don't feel like you could stand up for yourself. This person will always slip up and say something about themselves, and you will catch hold of that and hold it tightly. So it'll be an example like, you speaking to one of your friends, and she make more money than you, and this is enough because this happens in real life, not just with me but with other people. She make more money with you. She have, like, definitely things that she have access to that you don't have access to. She's not a bragger. She don't brag. She just share with you. But at the same time, like, she's not interested in your life, but her life is better than yours, because she make more money than you. She have access to the finer things of life, so she think. But then she still have this weak side to her, that she still discuss how other people view her. And once she tell you how other people view her, because you can have the same thoughts about this person, but once this person say like, oh, okay, um, does people think I'm mean? And then, you coddle her. I'm like, no, you're not mean. You cool and everything. Because once, like, I don't say like, oh, people think I'm mean. I don't care if you think I'm mean. I know I'm mean. Like, my meanness is not malicious. It's a difference. I'm not malicious, like being mean. I don't intend to hurt anyone. But once, this person, like, because y'all could be cool, but with women, it's still always a little static between one another, that they just don't want to give up that type of control or that type of power to someone else that they probably are intimidated by. And the person that they are intimidated by exude confidence and radiance and vibrance, but now they still like a little, I'm like, bitchy. That's all I gotta say, bitchy. I hate bitchy women, right? And this type of woman, she's just not that bad. She just like, she's not as, you don't feel safe with her or warm with her. Right? She say, oh, people be saying I'm mean. I'm not mean. I don't mess with people that say I'm mean. Like, gotta. So when this person when this person want to criticize you, and then you don't even pay attention to it, but one day, you had it. You're like, I'm gonna give this woman what she want. And she's not expecting it from you because you usually don't respond to her criticisms. So this day, this hasn't happened to me, but it probably will happen. So we are all in this together. So one day, y'all talking and she's saying something critical against you. Like it's not offending you, but you know that she's not meaning it in a bad way, but her criticisms are more so than her supporting you and praising you or just encouraging you. So that's when you hit her like, yo, you mad mean. I bet you'll disable her right then and there. That one, you just have to know how to use things against people in the right moment. And I'm not saying to do this in a mean, hateful way. I'm just saying to do this to protect you, right? It's not that we are intimidating or aggressive or masculine or what's the word? Or independent and strong. It's that we, the people who are alike, we know how to protect ourselves from any type of problem that may arise. You always have to know how to disable a problem before it arises. I guess that's my point. You know what I mean? Know how to disable and disarm a problem before it arises. Because problem arises, and if it doesn't get taken care of and it's not like fixed, then you have a problem. But let me see. It's 11:24. I'm gonna go. Oh yeah. So I forgot to say this. I'm buying Dunkin' Donuts today, and there's this lady outside asking for change. Before I asked her, I see she's always out there. She's like clockwork out there asking for money, and usually I don't because I have given her money before, but like this is like a 9 to 5 for a lot of homeless people work 9 to 5 jobs standing outside begging. Like most of them probably could make $30 a day. So today she looked like she was really not doing too well. But before she told me her name, she told me her name was Yahweh, and I said, your name is Yahweh? So Yahweh, and that's how they pronounce it. That's how she pronounced it. She said Yahweh is a Hebrew God of the Bible. So I said, you call yourself God? Isn't that blasphemy? Right? Let me know, because we was having a conversation like, you call yourself God? Isn't that blasphemy? And I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I know a lot of people refer to call God by his name, and that's disrespectful. Right? If his name is Jehovah, you're supposed to just refer to him as God. Like calling him by his name is a sign is disrespectful, right? It's just look it up and tell me if I'm wrong. Calling God by his name is disrespectful. Like you calling saying, oh, Yahweh this, Yahweh that, shit like that, and that especially with the Christian God and the Hebrew God, like you it's a sign of disrespect as referring to a God to their name, and every God has a different name. I definitely don't want to get into a Bible verse or Bible study, but she said her name was Yahweh, and I'm noticing that Yahweh name is coming up more often than none. Like especially when it comes to women using like Yahweh or like. Thank you. I appreciate like sharing your thoughts. Now I'm like, oh, okay, she said her name is Yahweh. She know about Yahweh, so she more than likely is a religious person, which is her choice, not my choice. But religion restricts a lot of people of critical thinking, and and a lot of people are that worship God, that pray to God, have a God they believe in, and usually conflict with the world, right? You just can't avoid the world. I'm sorry. So you know how do I say this? You know how people say they not worldly, they godly, or I don't know how it goes. I don't think they say godly. Um, but they just say, I'm not worldly. Oh, I'm a child of God. I separate myself from the world, which you definitely cannot. Or because I feel like with religious people that always talk about worldly people, those are the ones that you definitely have to push in the corner and hurt their feelings and let them know you are unaware of your behavior, and your behavior is that of a person who think that they are next to or equal to God. And we all know that no human, right? We know that no person on earth here can be or is next to or is equal to God. That's blasphemy. So when she said her name was Yahweh, and I was just a little bit surprised. A lot of y'all surprised me with your thinking. Like you say that you believe in a God, you follow the word of God, you follow the Bible, and then it's just not connecting. It's just making like it's contradicting one another, right? Because calling yourself or thinking that you are equal to God or thinking that you are God, which is totally impossible if you believe in a God. You can never think you are equal to God, because if you think that you are equal to God, then that is blasphemy. You know, his children, earthly children here, right? God's children, the ones that separate themselves from the worldly children, right? God's earthly children really don't get the hang of it. They just be saying anything. They just be saying shit on the top of their head, like, my name is Yahweh, or naming a baby Jesus. That's crazy to me, which is nothing wrong with it. But in today, 2026, there's definitely have to be something wrong with you if you name your baby after Jesus, or if you name yourself a god, or if you refer to yourself as a god, without, wouldn't that be like you have to repent for that because you made a big mistake thinking that you are equal to God? And I guess where I come in at is like, there are a lot of people that are so judgmental, and I'm not even trying to like get mixed up with judgmental people. Like, some people are judgmental intentionally and maliciously. Those are the ones I still steer clear from. Those people are creepy. They are, right? Those people, and I'm not saying that they are like foreign or, a disease or something, but God's chosen people, his earthly children, are scary and creepy, especially with your judgments. So when we push back on you, because this is where I have to be a little bit, I guess, intimidating and then bullyish, you speak that the truth to me, because a lot of people in the black community, they don't like the truth. They scared of the truth. And I'm saying the black community in particular because they let religion guide their thoughts, guide their decisions and choices. So thinking that you are equal to God, that's a no-no. How could you not think you are equal to God if you are judging someone, right? That's I'm just gonna like end a lot of conversations, a lot of arguments by that, with that. Oh, so you think you are equal to God? Do you think you are a God? Because no one is equal to God. God. No one is equal to God at all. So when you make judgments about other people and compare yourself as an earthly child to a worldly child, there where it draws the line where you are really, taking on this responsibility of a God. It's just sad. And it's crazy that she said that her name was Yahweh. And I'm like, Yahweh? And she explained it to me. She's like, no, Yahweh is a Hebrew God in the Bible, right? Because y'all never say Christian Bible, or Abrahamic Bible. She said, yeah, that's what she said. Yahweh is a Hebrew God. No, that's what she said. Oh yeah, no. Yahweh is a Hebrew God in an Abrahamic Bible. That's what she said. She didn't say Christian. She didn't use that word. She was, and I was listening out to see if she used that word Christian, but she did say that Yahweh is a name of a God in the Hebrew, is a Hebrew God in the Abrahamic Bible. I said, oh, okay. So I didn't even want to go further. She just took the change and she just went on. I don't know. I'll end it like this. First and foremost, I'm not. I feel like a lot of people that follow religion, and not all. Some people have a mind of their own. Like you can tell by their success and how they thrive on their own. Like a lot of people that are caught up in religion and follow the word of God. And okay, I'll end it like this. I was watching I connected to this so it can make more sense, right? Because I know I make sense. I was watching this show, Basketball Wives, with Shawnee and her husband. He's a pastor, preacher, whatever, of a mega church. All the girls came to his church to see him preach for a service. And one of his sermons, services, he said, "You are broken because you are closer to God." That didn't do it for me. A lot of people, a lot of people were shaking their head. Yes, 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 yes. First and foremost, I'm not broken at all. Don't even look at me that way, right? This is where I differ from a lot of people. Like, I don't look at myself broken. I don't look at myself as traumatized. I don't look at myself as, of course, we had hurt in our life and disappointment and sadness and trauma in our lives, past life, probably future life. But I don't go around saying I'm broken, because I'm not. I would never be broken as a human being. I don't think any human being is broken. I don't think that I am traumatized. I mean, of course, people are traumatized, but I don't go around saying, "Oh, I'm traumatized," right? Okay. "Oh, I'm so broken," just so I could be closer to a God. That's what he said in his sermon. It just stood out. He said that. He said that the reason why you are broken is because you are closer to God. So what he's telling me is, Shawnee husband, a preacher, well, all he's saying is, stay that way. Don't try to make it better. Because if you try to amend yourself, if you try to fix yourself, if you try to heal yourself, you are a step away from being closer to God. No, sit in that brokenness. Remain insufferable, not insufferable, but remain suffering, right? Remain to suffer because you are closer to God. And that's where I go and draw back with religion, how religion teaches people that suffering is good. Listen, I'm not here. The same way I'm on this live is the same way I would be in person, down to earth, cool, right? Explain how I feel about things, share my point of view, listen to your point of view. We can discuss. But what I'm saying is with the lady that called herself Yahweh and knew what Yahweh was in the Bible, in the correct Bible at that, right? She herself, it was. And I give whatever. Y'all could take whatever you want from this. I'm not judging her. She herself is an example of a woman who is suffering, right? Because she probably feel that she is closer to God, right? So that just confirms what Shawnee's husband said, the pastor, that you are broken. He didn't say suffer. He know not to say that because he's smart. He didn't say in this sermon or this service, but he did say loudly, and everyone took heed to it and felt like he was talking to them. That's the problem. That's the whole approach, which is to make you feel like are being seen and talked to. He said, once again, I'll repeat it one more time, that the more broken that you are, or no, let me rephrase it. He said the reason why you are broken, I don't want to put words in his mouth, is because you are closer to God, right? That's all you saying to your parishioners, is that they are suffering, right? In order to be close to God, you need to suffer. I don't want to suffer. I'm not suffering with anyone unless I have to. unless it's necessary. But anything I can avoid to not suffer, I'm going to do. And I just bring that up is to link what I'm saying to the woman that I met. Well, I didn't meet her. I know her. Not know her, but she's just like a regular, what's the word for it? Houseless. That's what some would say homeless. You know, YouTube pick up on a lot of words and they will make this shit private. They have made a lot of my my clips private based on me cursing and just saying words alone. Okay, so with the pastor, his sermon, it lines up with this woman calling herself Yahweh, and she's suffering because she don't have a home to go to, she don't have her own money, she have to depend on the public to feed her. That's suffering, right? I don't ever want to suffer. I don't ever want to be that close to a God where I have to suffer and endure it. To endure suffering, yeah, I guess you are a broken human being. And that's not normal. That's not natural. It's not natural to suffer. I mean, we do suffer, but humans, we evolved. So there's no need for us to suffer if we don't have to. And that's what I have to say about that. Religion really distorts many people's views and outlook and view on life. It ties into their beliefs, it ties into their myths and their fairy tales. So it all goes back to me just saying, like, you're going to come across a lot of people that may try to bring you down with them because they're not going to be so open and honest that they are suffering in silence. And when they don't see someone, and I'm going to say it, I'm going to say it for all the women that probably need this. When someone don't see you suffering in silence, and someone seeing that you're not going through what they're going through, and they call it trials and tribulations, it's always going to be a problem. But you are not going to suffer for anyone. I'm not suffering from anyone, for anyone at all, anytime soon, ever in my life. So this is why I keep religion, and I don't. People embrace religion, and that's okay. That's you. That's cool. There's nothing wrong with that because some religions are definitely good. But I'm not here to. I'm talking about the Christian religion, how it makes us as black women suffer or think that black women are supposed to suffer. No, sorry. Get me out of that shit. All right. Take me out of there. Okay. But I just bring that up to say that, what I say, I think I get validation on, like, yeah, people want to suffer. I didn't know that until I listened to the pastor that, oh, they think that people that are broken are closer to God. I didn't know that, but I know that people will suffer to get close to God. But I didn't know he would like lay it out on the line and confirm what I was thinking. People that are broken, because he didn't use the word suffer, because he's smart. People that are broken are closer to God, and that's why you are broken. What kind of shit is that? He don't look broken. He got a mega church, but that's not the point. But it just goes with the my point of Yahweh, who is suffering and who calls herself Yahweh, right? I'm not here to, change anyone's mind about my beliefs or your beliefs or make you believe what I believe in, because you can't make me believe what you believe in. That's where my mental toughness come in at, and I'm grateful for that. I will always be grateful for just knowing a little bit more and learning a little bit more each day, because I do lean on my own understanding. I don't wait for a sign or anyone. All right, let me stop. Because now I don't want to get into a preaching shit, and I don't want to get into a ceremony about God. And then, I have all, there's nobody in here, which is good. That's good. I don't. I don't want to go there because I like my brave hearts so much. I like them so much. I love them so much. I don't want to ever. I'm going to talk about something else moving forward. I guess this will be that last angry live ever again, because I want to at least make my audience happy. But if it ever come up and about religion and about God, I'm not going to sit there and turn you away if I have a point to prove, because I know a lot of my listeners are they do believe in a God, and I respect that. And we could have a different discussion on a different day. I'll probably make this platform and probably design a day that we all can talk about religion, and we can have a panel, and we all have difference of opinion, and see if it work out. If it work out for you, it's gonna work out for me. You know, like we respect one another because we know each other. There's no need for us to end a friendship or people have unsubscribed from my page when I share that I lack a belief in God. And I'm not afraid to say that. I was afraid, like, at one point in time. But once I had my other page, it felt safe to say because, my audience kept coming back. The ones who didn't, they didn't. And it's okay. But yeah, listen, I don't know if they're going to have a snowstorm. I'll probably come back later. We could talk about it. But my lives won't be, of course, I'm going to be angry and ranting and shit. But that's not the way. That's not the point of my lives. I want it to be fun and joyful. Of course, angry and discussions is going to get heated and shit. So let's not front. I'm not perfect. I'm not trapped in a box. Neither are you. If you are in this live right now and you are listening to my insight and my perspective coming from the mouth of a lion, you would never be trapped in a box over here. Okay, so I'm gonna say see y'all later. I'll be back to talk shit, but I'm gonna, go and come back, refresh, and we'll talk about something different. Ah man, I don't know if I'm gonna go live here or on StreamYard, but I'll see y'all later. Thank you for